The 14-15 Kata mixed elites, ring number 3. 14-15 Kata mixed elites, ring number 3. Now starting, make your way to ring number 3. We have the gladiator results, 6 and 7-year-old mixed gladiators. Third place, Thomas Holloway. Second place, Arjun. And the winner, Northman all day. Look at the elite division. Got the elites, the first elite division, the 9-year-old and under. In third place, Charlie White. In second place, Deegan Matthews. And the winner, Henry Moses, winner of the $50 voucher. The results of the development division. Results of the Women's Elite Kata. Third place, Jessica. Second place, mixed kata. If we can have Annalise, Navarro, Alexander, Ivatic, and Jason Anastasi to the podium. Okay, the results of the team mixed kata, elite division, third place, Annalise Navarro. Second place, Alexander Ivatic. And division winner, Jason Anastasi. Mixed kata. Third place, Tigan Harry, third place. Second place, Joseph Andrew Lee. And the winner, Stephen Andrew Martin.
I'm with Eddie Zennel from Shotokan Karate. Welcome to the show today.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Now, how's it been going? How's the tournament been going today?
Yeah, it's been pretty big. It's been running like clockwork since 9 in the morning, and it's a good tournament for the newcomers that are just starting up. and they're doing quite well, and the injury rate's been really small, so it's been good.
We always hope that. We don't really want injuries, and I see they're wearing a lot of protection as well, like chest pads and hand mitts and so forth.
Yeah, well, they're the new WKF rules, the World Karate Federation, and although they're wearing the protective equipment, it's still strictly non-contact for the kids, and it doesn't give them a licence to make that contact.
Okay. Tell us what's going on over here, Eddie.
Well, we have two elite karateka. They're both in the adult divisions, and they've actually both represented Australia in different weight divisions, however, but you're going to look at two good martial artists at their very best, hopefully.
I did interview Maria before. She's been training for a long time, changed from Shotokan to Shukukai. That would be a bit of a strategy in that.
It is. Well, Shotokan was where she started, and she needed to really improve her sparring, and she decided to do some extra training with Alan Murdoch, who was really a supremo when it came to kumite sparring, and he was the greatest strategist in Australia. So it was pretty sad of his passing.
Yes, indeed.
Years ago.
Yeah. So Shukukai still one of the leaders in WKF in the competitions?
Oh, they've probably peaked about 5 or 6 years ago, but they're still doing very good. And Enyo is now in charge of that group, and he's doing really, really well. And well, Stephanie's a part of that, and she's not standing alone in that group. They've got some good fighters.
Have you got any competitors in this competition today?
Yeah, we have. We had a couple of kids going in it, and one of them did well, so I'm delighted with that. And not sure how the other one did as I was officiating, but one of them's a very, very good fighter, and he's an Australian representative in the children's division.
Okay. Now, you've been around for a long time in training. How has training for competition changed from the early days of training to what we're doing today?
Well, I personally believe the competition today is much more better. It certainly is. A lot of us older guys would like to think that we're a bit tougher and harder, and probably we were a bit slower, but certainly more contact was made in those days. But certainly the skills are far greater today. And
I think that the sports science, the anatomy, physiology, the knowledge of that, how to train, apply metrics, we didn't have that so much. We just trained really, really hard in the old days.
And then that's correct. And I think we're training much smarter. Lot of plyometrics, a lot of science has been put into it, and they're much faster, much more skillful. And that's a credit to the coaches today. Yeah,
I suppose there's a lot of cross-training and the understand how the recovery rate after each match and so forth.
Yeah, well, we certainly we rely on recovery and ice packs or cold baths, etc. And that was unheard of back in our time. Yeah, all we did was the harder you train, the better it was, and our recovery rate was probably slower.
Yeah. What's the strategy here for the competition rules? What sort of techniques are we seeing, and how they're being judged?
Well, obviously they need to get there's about 8 criteria to get right before you can score, and that is one of them is distance. You need to have the distance. You need to have the appropriate technique. So we want to be able to score something that we feel is worth controlling. Yeah. So even if the technique gets in, if it's not hard enough or strong enough, it shouldn't be paid. And of course the distance has got to be appropriate. So we want to know that person could have hit that person and could have really hurt them seriously, and then the referee should consider paying a point.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, thanks Eddie for being on the show, and we look forward to catching you in the next one.
Thanks, Graham. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Hi Tom, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome Tom, welcome to the show, and tell me, how's the competition been going for you so far?
It's good. Got here not long ago, had a bit of a look how the referees are judging things, and on a couple mats the referees are a bit harsh on the points, you know. Okay. So it's going to be hard.
So you've got to get a little bit closer before you get a point, don't you say?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what are the rules like?
The worlds?
What are the rules? Tell me a bit about those. Is it working for you? Or, you know, you got to modify your training from the dojo to the competition?
Yeah, you really do. Like in the dojo, you're allowed to hold on and do certain types of takedowns, whereas here you got to modify it a little bit, so like not allowed to grab the legs at all from the ground, and you know, not as much contact here than at the dojo, but yeah.
Well, it's a bit walk in the park then, isn't it, really?
Oh, not really. You got the refs there to...
Absolutely, and the competition is very good here, the elite squad and so forth. So what's your preparation being like coming into this one?
Yeah, I've been going to other tournaments like the VIX, and I just got back from the Australian Open recently, and training up to those has really prepared me to come to these tournaments.
I see. And what school do you represent?
Kemikai Karate.
Okay, and who's your teacher?
Darren Olsen.
Okay. So whereabouts is that? That's locally here in Melbourne?
Sunshine.
Okay, Sunshine. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So have you got any special strategies going into this? So have you got sort of technical strategies, what you're going to play the game? Is it more punching, more kicking?
Yeah, I do. Normally in the higher tournaments, I like to hold back a little bit when I'm fighting, and then see how they react to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then in maybe the last minute, really push through to get some points. But in this tournament, I'm going to try and go from the start, get as much points on the board as I can.
That's always my strategy.
It's good.
Okay, thanks for being on the show, Tom, and all the best for the next tournament bout for you.
All right, thank you very much.
Cheers. I'm with Marco Mazzanti from Kemikai Karate today. We're just visiting his school. Welcome to the show, Marco.
Good to see you, Graham.
Hey, tell me a little bit about what you do at the school.
Okay, well, we're here at Kemikai. We have a number of programs. We look after children as young as 2. We've got a very, what we call a mini Thunderbolt, and we range from 2 right up to all ages. So we have a Thunderbolt program, which is 4 to 7, and then we go into a young samurai program from 8 to 14, and then into an adult program from there on.
You've really divided those age groups up, haven't you? So it's really age-specific sort of training.
That's right. Well, what we've realised is that the requirement for each of the age groups is so different that to have one class that suits all doesn't achieve the goals, as well as having specialised instruction for each of the age groups.
So age 2 is quite a young age to start martial arts. What sort of things would they learn in a program like that?
Well, we found that a lot, because a lot of our students have got siblings that are just eager to start. Exactly. So what we found, they're just doing basic motor skills training, balancing, and also socialising, just being able to be in a class with other kids their age and learning what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, how to do things well together. Yeah. So that seems to work really well, and it gives us a good insight to get kids into the next program.
Now, a lot of people don't really understand the benefits of life skills in martial arts. Tell me a little bit how you apply the life skills into your martial arts training.
Sure. Well, especially with kids, these days it's all about managing how to handle bullies, how to have self-confidence, how to have discipline, self-control, all those life skills, as you say, that are so important as they get older. We try to obviously use those in our classes. We try to talk about it. We try to have exercises that reflect those ethos, or that ethos. And that works well because kids achieve goals and become more confident. They're able to sort of translate those skills into their school and into their personal life.
Yeah, and also the confidence thing is good. The respect and discipline is really pushed in martial arts. How do you feel that affects the children growing up?
Well, we find, the discipline, being able to complete tasks, schoolwork, be able to really focus their energy into being the best they can possibly be. And a lot of that confidence, like you say, confidence is such a big issue because it really sets the precedent to what the kids are going to be able to achieve. And if they have that confidence, they'll be able to put all their focus on achieving goals, then usually they're much more successful.
The guys go into, you've got like instructors programs as well. Tell me a little bit about those.
Well, what we've done at Kemikai is we've set up a leadership group, and the leadership are some of our more senior kids assisting and helping some of the younger students. And we find that mentoring is really so important to teach, the kids that it's good to help others, it's good to assist, it's good to see other people achieve their goals, and as a result become more confident in the ability to be able to pass on knowledge.
You started way back in Italy, started in judo.
That's right.
And then you've gone into different forms of karate and kickboxing. You've got a lot of colleagues in the industry. What sort of motivated you to get into martial arts originally?
Well, originally, I was born in the centre of Rome, and it's always been quite a rough area to grow up. A lot of issues with drugs and other situations. So, the idea was just again, my parents looked at judo as an opportunity to make me more resilient, more confident, more able to sort of look after myself. So the same sort of reasons a lot of parents get their kids started in martial arts is to give them that confidence to, stay away from drugs, to be able to look after themselves, and basically grow up to be more confident.
Now you're fairly very much into the competition side of things. Sure. On one side of things in your career in developing. What sort of benefits did you feel you got out of the competition side of martial arts?
I think it's important that you have you're able to be competitive and be able to achieve goals. And competition really gives you the opportunity to sort of get as much as you can out of your martial arts. Yeah. It's not for everybody, and I always say that competition is a small area of martial arts, but there's definitely that avenue in Kemikai to get to the highest level of competition if that's what you're interested in. And for me, it's been a great journey, a great opportunity to meet a lot of people, travel the world, and achieve some personal goals.
And also you've been recognised, I see here, in the Blitz magazine. It's on the front cover here. Marco is there, shining, kicking somebody. I don't know who it is, but one of his students, no doubt. But this is a great recognition for your efforts. Congratulations on that. Now, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about the self-defense aspect. We've talked about competition, we're talking about the life skills and so forth. Self-defense, and that's quite controversial these days because kids need to be equipped for the street, party safe, just walking home. And it starts probably around about the teenager time when it's starting to be a little more social active. Do you have sort of programs that really relate to that sort of age group?
Sure. Well, we talk a lot about the self-defense aspect. Even in our competition, obviously the competition is the sporting side of it, but the way we teach our techniques, it's always to make the techniques as effective and practical as possible. The deal with self-defense is to teach your kids about awareness. I mean, to me, awareness is probably the most fundamental aspect of martial arts in relation to self-defense. And the idea is that if the kids and the adults are aware, they're able to, I suppose, off-put a possible attack. And the other aspect is if the situation calls for self-defense, and that the technique that they use are actually effective and are able to sort of deal with the situation. But the awareness is the most important, because really, if you're not there, the situation won't occur.
Yeah. That's number one thing, isn't it? Awareness, and you can avoid it. So you don't really have to use all your skills if you can not be there. And there's always someone stronger, there's always someone faster, maybe more skillful. So if you avoid it, well, I think it's the safest way to go. So Marco, you've been exposed to quite a few different disciplines in your practice, and you've introduced those into your martial arts school as well. Tell me about the different types of programs you have in your school.
Sure. Well, throughout my journey, I was started in the competition, or started in the traditional, then moved into the competition, and along the way I've sort of wanted to be as complete as possible as a martial arts. So I had some exposure to kickboxing, and from kickboxing to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to mixed martial arts. And in Kemikai we offer an MMA program, we offer a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program, and ultimately we allow our students to get as much exposure to the different forms. As far as I'm concerned, good martial arts is good martial arts, regardless of the type of martial art. Yeah. The important part is not to become too, I suppose, stuck in one form and not realise the benefits of the others.
Yeah, that's